Undefeated when signed out of Guadalajara, Mexico back in 2016. Alexa Grasso realized the world title in 2023, and we've had a front row seat to her incredible development, skill for skill, as talented as any 125-pound fighter now.
So much talent. You can watch when she's in her stance, the way that she moves, the confidence that she moves with. You know that this young lady has been fighting her entire life, and ever since she went up to 125. Again, going up in weight class, not cutting all that weight.
Right.
We saw the true Alexa Grasso. Tonight, she looks to get another win in a career that's been filled with them.
And of course, her uncle Francisco Grasso and Diego Lopez entrenched in the corner. Alessandro Costa's there as well, and not forgetting you. Big fight for Grasso here tonight. With status as one of the greatest strawweights of all time, here's Thug Rose Namajunas continuing in the flyweight division. I think my favorite utterance ever on an MMA microphone was when you said Thug Rose when she knocked out you on a handshake shot.
John, it was one of the most exciting moments I've ever seen in my life because no one expected her to be able to compete with Joanna Jędrzejczyk. You had memories of the young girl on The Ultimate Fighter that did not fight well. What she showed us that night, though, was that forget about that. I'm not that person anymore. Her striking is so high level now. And it's not just her power. It's her ability to set traps, her footwork, her fight IQ. She really can do it all inside the octagon, and it's led to this longevity, which she looks to continue tonight with another victory.
Thug Rose Namajunas steps inside the octagon and is ready to fight. Let's get to the tail of the tape for this flyweight championship fight. Now for the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Flyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Alexa Grasso. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Flyweight Champion of the world, Thug Rose Namajunas.
All right, her being third man in the octagon for this one.
Ready. Good.
All right, so here's Alexa Grasso, one of the best fighters in this flyweight division. Came into the UFC primarily as a boxer, but the grappling evolution has truly been a sight to behold. And now it has gotten to a point in terms of the well-roundedness for Alexa Grasso. There is no safe area in mixed martial arts. We'll see if she mixes in the takedowns here tonight. Spinning elbow. Oh, left hook is there for Grasso. Uncle Francisco likes that in the corner.
Any boxing coach would love to have a fighter that can hit you with that nice check hook over and over again. They call it a check hook, John, because you're checking the distance and the space when your opponent gets there. Alexa Grasso has become a master of landing that punch.
All right, so her takedown defense was not there. Now her submission defense figures to be tested.
It's going to be tested for this grappler. She's got to advance in position to try to get to a finish. This is no good. Nope.
Oh, that's a big elbow. Oh, she's got half guard. This came up in our fighter meeting. She loves this position. Oh, nice job to secure side position. She's got a lot of weapons to utilize here.
Way to kick her off and try to get some space to get up.
Grasso trying to find a home for one of her patented weapons on the feet. She's fallen in love with the submission game a little bit, but her bread and butter is the boxing.
It is the boxing. You can see her uncle's influence on her. You can see how much time they have spent in that realm to develop a style that allowed her to become a world champion.
Under 2 minutes now to go.
And that's the danger in the engagement there. Oh.
Yeah, she didn't like that elbow. There's a right cross now from Grasso.
Always coming from the right position. Hands are where they're supposed to be. Feet are where they're supposed to be. It's all boxing for Alexa Grasso, and that's shown in another cross landing.
So just over 20 total strikes have landed for Alexa Grasso. 45 seconds remain in the round. All right, so we got a little separation now on the feet, but gotta think eventually she changes levels and shoots again.
Why would she change it, John? It's her bread and butter. It's her game.
And right on cue, there it is. She's postured up with relative ease. Round 2 is next.
Excellent one. I told you she couldn't keep up with you. Your pace is way too crazy for her, okay? You just gotta keep it up. You can do it.
While we look back at some of the replays from that previous round, DC, a lot of good action for fight fans over those 5 minutes.
I mean, high pace, high intensity, all action first round. Both landed multiple strikes. What a great round of fighting.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Round 2 here to decide the UFC Women's Flyweight Championship. All right, here we go with our next round. Previous round, both fighters had their moments. We'll see who takes the upper hand here.
Both had their moments, but nobody really stood out. Nobody separated themselves from the other fighter. Which of these two women is going to be able to really charge out ahead in the next round?
Well, a lot of offense coming her way, but she's blocking a lot of these strikes with that high guard.
Yeah, John, she's got a very conventional guard, but she's smart, right? She's a very smart fighter, and she does not leave her opponents many open. Great takedown defense right now by the champ.
And now a little space between the two fighters. There it is again, not the first time we've seen that lead hook from Grasso tonight.
Yeah, Grasso's so good at landing that shot. She's very well positioned as she draws out your punches and she counters with that lead left hook.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Grasso's now cut above the eye from that strike. That bears watching as this fight continues. Oh man, finally starting to find her rhythm, and you got to feel good for her because she has been frustrated in fight.
Yeah, John, and you knew she was better than that, but it was all a matter of finding her rhythm, getting to her flow state, and putting herself in a position to get a victory. Now, you are watching who we thought we would see the moment she steps into the octagon.
Well, pretty good recovery by her opponent after being stunned, but we see this all the time, right? If you don't close the deal when you have that opportunity, your opponent's back in the fight and can potentially win.
Especially with this opponent. This opponent's so dangerous all the time. It does not matter that she hurt her before. She's gonna have to close the door if she gets her hurt again.
Man, the body work really starting to take its toll here. Obvious redness on that right side. Back to the feet now. 20 seconds left to go in round 2. 2. Heading back to the corner after that round. Namajunas' corner is going to have to take a look at that lip. It got cut in that round. It is starting to bleed profusely, and you got to think that could give her problems as this fight continues. All right, so she's making her way back to the stool, kind of shaking her head, thought maybe that knockdown would have produced a finish. Not so much.
She's a little discouraged right now because she thought the fight was over. But if you know her, if you spent any time with her, you understand that she's a smart fighter, and she will get right back to doing what she needs to do to win this fight.
Ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
Round 3 of a possible 5. Oh, strong hook to the head there by Grasso.
Another punch to the head. Caught that kick there.
Sniffed that one out as she blocks the kick.
That was a nasty check hook that just landed. Oh, beautiful by Rose.
Now these two women separate from the clinch. Well, this is one of the more active rounds we have seen all night long. Both of these women have realized success with the striking, and both seem damaged.
It's always fun when you get a fight like this, where you see the blood on both sides, where you see the swelling on both sides, where you see the concern from both fighters recognizing, wow.
Under 3 minutes to go in our 3rd round. Being in a
Pay attention right there. A massive shot just landed. She's working on a half guard now.
Trying to set up a submission now. Ooh, arms in tight. Oh, that's gotta be it.
Oh my goodness, she got up.
Wide side control for her now, and you know how heavy she stays with all of that upper body strength. We'll see what she can do from here.
Well, she's got great upper body strength, and that's why she passes, because she doesn't necessarily feel she needs the legs to control her opponents on the ground. So she goes to side control and hopes that you give your back. That's why you see she has so many rear naked choke submissions.
I would never give you my back.
Don't give me that.
Trying to pass the guard here, but prevented from doing so. All right, full guard here if you're the bottom fighter. Trying to prevent the half guard, I would assume.
Yes, absolutely. Trying to keep her in full guard, throw up some submissions to get back to your feet.
That's 3 rounds. We're now headed to the championship rounds. All right, so a standing ovation, this capacity crowd after that round. A huge knockdown there in the middle of the round. Got to have her feeling pretty good here as she goes to the stool.
Back and forth up to that point, but she eventually found the shot that put her opponent on her backside. But how about the toughness of the opponent to get up off the floor and finish that round? Let's see how she approaches the next round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, so here we go. You can feel the tension. Fourth round is underway. We'll see who has the upper hand here.
You feel it inside of the arena. The fighters feel it inside of the octagon. It's palpable. The energy is crazy because you understand that in the next 10 minutes, someone's going to get a belt strapped around their waist. It's amazing.
Namajunas is swelling now around her jaw, so we'll keep an eye on that storyline as this fight continues, but she has absorbed a lot of strikes to the head thus far. Oh, she's got her counter game going tonight, champ.
She is showing why she's one of the best strikers in the world. Another takedown land.
Outstanding work with the ground and pound here by Namajunas. And there it is again. Her opponent has not had anything resembling an answer for these ground strikes. Namajunas going to work here from guard and doing a pretty good job, I might add.
Nice pass. Crowd goes crazy as she reverses the position.
Still plenty of time with which to work here, round 4. Lands with the ground and pound here. Oh, half guard for her now. Well, she's trying to pass here, but prevented from doing so. Oh, outstanding combination of ground and pound punches. Offensively, defensively, her wrestling and grappling so good. Beautiful sweep right there.
Yeah, she's an amazing
grappler.
grappler.
This happened quickly, DC. Hang on a second. She might get a submission. Oh, great submission defense as she gets out. Namajunas is back in full guard. All right, so her submission attempt is denied yet again. She's going to keep going for it, but the defense has held up in every time. Oh, big diving punch lands up top.
Champion. Hats off to the new queen.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 20 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by TKO and new undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Alexa Grasso.
All right, you heard it there from Bruce Buffer. Buff, careful on the stairs down, man. But Alexa Grasso, your winner by TKO, and really played to her strengths well here tonight.
She did. You know, she knows